Hey everyone, welcome back to Rewind by Affinity Streaming. I am Contrell, joined as always by Charlie Charles. How are you, Charlie?
That's good. It's a bit rainy, but it's
good. Nice rainy morning.
Man.
Today's Rewind movie is taking us all the way back to 2013. Palo Alto. 1 hour, 39 minutes, rated R, and spoilers are ahead. First, I want to ask you guys to please like and subscribe on our YouTube. Join us on Instagram, Facebook. Befriend the Affinity Streaming podcast. All right. Palo Alto, starring Emma Roberts as April, was directed by Gia Coppola. It premiered at the Telluride Film Festival in August of 2013 and had a limited theater release in May of 2014. Based on a set of short stories by James Franco, who also starred in the movie. And Charlie, why don't you tell us some initial thoughts on this movie, and then I will tell you why I hated every single character in this movie. Go ahead.
No, I mean, what you say is valid. I don't know. The movie starts and I was pretty not into it. Because it starts at like it's not even like a typical high school party. They're all like shitheads at this high school party. Like, I don't know. It's like they're all, I think they're all kind of like these like artsy rich kids. And it's like, how can anyone relate to that? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it starts with she kind of had a shit stepdad in Val Kilmer. It seemed like her mom was always on the phone with this guy Jamal, whoever that is, and it just seemed like she had shit parents. Yeah,
right.
She had shit friends. Like her friends were shit, and the boy she liked it was an asshole, and his friend was an asshole. It's just like maybe in I guess Palo Alto, that's Cali, right?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing maybe out there you guys just do it differently, right? You guys, that's how you guys party in high school.
No, it's not how any parties. Well, maybe some. I don't know.
Maybe in 2013.
No, I don't know. Well, maybe. Although there's not enough people on their phones.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, there would have. I mean, 2013. There was already that. There wasn't TikTok, but there was like Snapchat, and Instagram, and whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something. They did have iPhones, so.
Man, but they weren't using them. It's kind of weird, right?
They were texting a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it's just like
texting. I think. What did people still text even then? I think people had already.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, I'll text you," or I'll like to her shithead boyfriend. What was his name? I can't even remember his name.
Teddy or Freddie?
Teddy, correct, Teddy.
The guy who was, I don't know, had like a mental disorder or something.
Did you think he had a mental? Well, the other guy definitely had a mental disorder.
What, the crazy
Teddy
guy?
Teddy seemed like he was just.
I'm mixing up because it's Teddy and Freddie, and it's like
Yeah, so Teddy was the like redhead kid that she kind of liked, and he told her like, "I love you" at some random party.
Yeah.
He's played by Jack Kilmer, and Nat Wolff played Fred, who was the really screwed up kid who was driving down the road at the end.
Fred's got some issues.
Fred's got several issues, and even his dad. What was up with his dad? Like hitting on, like inviting the kid in to smoke, and the adults in this movie were just horrible people, man.
Yeah. That's why this movie's a little, I don't know, and the movie is kind of meandering. It doesn't really have much of a clear plot,
right,
for a lot of it. I feel like it would have done better if it focused more on Emma Roberts, because I actually think she was pretty good in what she did.
Yeah, I think the shift focus to the two other characters a little too much.
Well, actually, I like the focus on the guy. I mean, it's like the stories kind of come together because then it becomes more clear it's kind of about them and their kind of changes. But it takes a long time for the movie to kind of get to that point.
Yeah, for a movie that was an hour and 39 minutes, it felt like a drag. Like, I literally thought, I was like, are we in hour 2 or 3 right now? it just dragged on. But I think my main problem is that I had nobody to root for. Like, I cared for none of those people. Like,
really, I mean, in the end, I was kind of like, yeah, I hope Teddy gets his life together. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, the only way he's gonna get his life together. Well, it looks like he came from a nice, well-to-do family. He's just hanging out with. Maybe Freddie killed himself. Maybe Teddy will shake out of it.
Well, yeah, it's clearly, I don't know, the way the movie portrays it is like Teddy's a good kid, and more or less, you know, and he's just easily influenced by Fred.
Yeah. Interesting.
And Fred's the problem.
Yeah, so I guess we'll talk about predatory James Franco. With his babysitting gig for his soccer kids.
Yeah.
That's kind of I didn't know where that was going either. Like, he's telling you this high school girl that he loves her. Like,
yeah.
I just don't know. I feel like I remember there being some controversy when this came out about him just wanting to write himself with high school girls, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that kind of tracks, right? Isn't he? No, he's been accused of something, right?
Who knows?
Or multiple things.
It's
hard to keep track. when there's so many of them that are being accused.
Yeah, that's funny. Let's talk about this. The critics' response to this. So, 68 critics, 49 audience, a 6.0 on Film Affinity. So it does seem like the critics enjoyed it more than the audience did.
Not even that much.
You didn't like it that much?
No, I'm saying that the critics didn't enjoy it.
Well, the critics didn't really like. I mean, it got 68 is still like considered fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, but that means that's literally 68% of the people gave it over 50%. That barely means anything, you know?
All right.
Because it's not an actual score. It's just the amount of people that gave it a passing grade, basically.
Yeah.
You know? So it doesn't.
I guess
it's more useful to go to another site, like whatever. What was it? Film Affinity.
Film Affinity is 6.0.
Yeah.
Which is like
that's not really critics.
Pretty much right in the middle, also.
Yeah.
One of the scenes I didn't understand was their whole interaction with the drug dealer, like, and the knife. What did you get out of that?
I don't know. I think it's just Fred's just losing it. Like, he's just losing it. He was like rejected.
Yeah.
And I think in the context of the movie, he like genuinely doesn't like understand why he was rejected.
Yeah.
Because he's just acting the way he always was, and then it just stopped working, and he doesn't even get why.
I feel like maybe it would have been more impactful if that girl had just killed him at the pool. Maybe I would have enjoyed the movie more if she had just stabbed him in the neck or something.
I think that's a different movie. You know,
it's a different movie.
Yeah. Imagine like that happens in like the first within the first 30 minutes or something, or maybe the movie's kind of like weird and meandering like that, and then 40 minutes in she kills him, and this was like a completely different movie after that. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, I mean, maybe that would have woken me up from the you know,
and then it could become like a movie where there's like escalate. Oh, like there's a witness, so now she has to go kill them, and she brings other people in. And then it could become one of those movies where you just have to get some like absurd.
No,
that would be a lot of fun.
So interesting that I just realized that Teddy is played by Jack Kilmer. Yeah. And the stepdad was played by Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that Jack was his son. There you go.
Yeah.
So I guess
bit of nepotism.
In the thing there.
I wonder if that's supposed to be symbolic of rich kids getting whatever they want.
Yeah. And
it's also, what is it, Gia Coppola? So she's got that family name.
Yeah.
To go off
nepotism.
Of. They would never have given this to anyone.
Yeah, I think this was her debut.
Yeah. Well, I think I read like a little thing about her. It's like she dropped out of high school and then farted around to like an art school and then went to this. So it's like, oh, so she
directed a movie.
Yeah, she is one of these characters, like literally.
Yeah.
It's like
that's funny.
I guess you film what you know.
Yeah, I'm just a rich kid who parties all the time, and
no, it's just
and they just threw so much like what was the point of the throwing the like gang sex thing right in the middle of by like exposition? He was like, oh yeah, and then I had sex with Emily, and then all my friends came in the room and had sex with Emily. Like what? I just didn't understand where they were going with that.
I think it was supposed to. Well, that was Emma, and I don't know. That's probably why she smacked him with a bottle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you're gonna go that way, stab him in the neck and kill him, and then you could say, you know, it was non-consensual.
I thought it was funny the way that bottle breaks though. It's a little random, but it just kind of like explodes. that was really funny to me. It's like, I don't know, you hit someone with a bottle in the head, it's just it's not gonna just shatter like that.
Maybe he was concussed. Maybe that's why he wanted to go fight the drug dealer and drive into the wrong way of traffic.
No, I think that wasn't. I mean, maybe if it was like reality, but no, I think in the movie it was just like, you know, he'd been rejected and he didn't know how to like take it, and I mean, he was always acting crazy.
Yeah. The Cali women like that. They like the crazy boys who.
Women everywhere likes women. Like, there's some women everywhere, I should say, not all women, but there's always some women who likes like the crazy weird guy,
the crazy bad boy.
Yeah, just because
he's bad boy.
Just because he's not following the rules, so it gives him that like mysterious edge. I guess I don't know. Because I always see those guys, and there's always like some girl with them, and I'm always like, why and how?
Yeah. So I guess this April Mr. B thing goes bad because she finds out that he has another the April James Franco relationship goes bad. She finds out he has another babysitter, Raquel, who's the pretty girl on the soccer team. which is weird, and then she gets to drive home with him, and I guess that's when they. I just don't.
Raquel after
he drives her home, then she finds out about Raquel.
Yeah,
and he claims it's because they had broken up or something. It's pathetic. So anyway, the movie was 1 million, box office 1.2 million. So I guess it just broke even. But did you enjoy it? Like, is this something you'd be like, hey, to a friend, hey, you watch this movie, I enjoyed it?
No, I wouldn't tell somebody to watch it. But like, I don't think I hated it by the end, because like I said, I kind of liked Teddy and April in the end. I was kind of rooting for them.
Really?
A little bit. Not like a lot. Because even then, it was kind of bugging me. It's like, everyone just wants to go to art school. It's like, are you shitting me? No one wants to be like a doctor or like an engineer or some shit. Like, I don't know. It's just, those are the things that bug me about this movie, where it's all just, it feels like so disconnected from reality.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, look at these. Where it's like, oh, let's watch these rich kids be shitty to each other. But I don't want to go to art school. It just feels really out of touch for me.
Yeah. I didn't. It's been on my list for a long time. That's why I thought it'd be good to do it here. But I immediately, 20 minutes in, immediately regretted.
Yeah, well, because it's like the first 20 minutes are just this boring party.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh. You don't even know these characters, so you're just watching.
Yeah, it didn't.
And there's like a bunch
care.
of these side characters that like never really show up again. It's like,
yeah,
okay.
I just didn't care at all about anyone's well-being in this movie. So I'm gonna.
I mean, that's valid. I barely cared.
Yeah. So this was the worst of the rewind so far, 2013.
Yeah. Well,
James Franco and Emma Roberts. We're gonna pass on rewatching this ever again, or recommending it.
Yeah.
And we'll hopefully next week. Please join us for American Werewolf in London. Hopefully we won't hate it as much as we hated this Palo Alto movie.
I don't think so. People talk about that movie. I've never heard anyone talk about Palo Alto in my life.
Yeah, I feel like I had it on my list just because at the time maybe there was some controversy and I was like, oh, let me watch this movie. And then it's been 10 years and I finally got around to watching it. So
the controversy was probably like, Jesus, I paid to go to watch this movie.
Wow. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on Rewind by Affinity Streaming Podcast. Thanks, Charlie.
Bye.